Hi, my name is Ashley and I would like to welcome you to Breathe Yoga. For today's practice, we're going to keep it very simple and work on some classical sun salutations. To begin, we're going to go ahead and start in child's pose. So make your way to your mat or the floor, finding your way into a comfortable child's pose. So maybe big toes touching, knees apart, and then allow your forehead to rest on the earth, forearms to rest on the earth, and just take a moment to wiggle out any energy so that you can settle into your child's pose. Maybe rock hip to hip, eyebrow to eyebrow, and just take a moment to let go of your day and settle into your space. Now from here, begin to scan your body from the tips of your fingers down to the tips of your toes. Notice any place that you are holding tension, any place that's tight from movement or lack of movement. Notice energetically or emotionally if you're holding any stress, frustration, any emotion within the body. So take your mind to a place that you feel that you cannot relax or let go of. Take a big round of breath in. Imagine filling that place with air. And as you exhale, sigh and release that tension from your body. Do that again. Inhaling through the nose, fill the belly with air. Big sigh, exhale, release any tension. And one more time. Inhale through the nose. Hold at the top, try to take a little bit more air in. And now exhale, sigh big, let it go. Now from here, begin to breathe in and out of your nose. Lightly closing your lips, a little space in between your teeth to relax the jaw. If your tongue is pressing into the roof of your mouth, relax your tongue. Each round of breath that you take, try to make it a little longer, a little deeper than the last, so that your breath organically flows from your chest down to your belly. If you know how, Ujjayi breath with sound. A few more rounds of breath here. And take one more breath here before we add movement. And then when it feels good to you, begin to spider walk your fingers forward, stretching through the shoulders, but not so much you're shrugging your shoulders up around your ears. Press into the finger pads more than the palms of the hands. And then as it feels good to you, begin to walk your hands to the right. And if you need to lift your head and then place your head back down, feel free to do so. Allow that stretch to happen all the way up the left side body, from the hip all the way up to the pinky finger. Breathe. And then as it feels good to you, start to make your way back to center. And then all the way over to the left, stretching the right side of the body. And maybe just observe which side of the body feels tighter than the other today. And then slowly find your way back to center. And from there, we're going to turn our palms up toward the sky so that you're resting on the pinky side of the forearm. Try to roll the armpits down toward the floor to stretch the muscles that support the scapula or the shoulder blades. Now lift the arms up and make circles with your wrists, clockwise or counterclockwise, whichever way feels better to you naturally. And then change the direction of that, giving balance to the joint. And when you're ready, press your hands into the earth. Use your hands to walk yourself up to tabletop position. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips. We're going to make big rotations with the body. So just big clockwise circles, moving at a pace that feels natural to your breath. So really trying to connect the breath to the movement here. And as you circle around, press into the tops of the feet, into the shins to keep the weight out of the knees. Press into the finger pads and not just the heels of the hands to keep the weight out of the wrist. Notice any tightness through the glutes, any popping, any clicking through the hips or the shoulders. We're going to take one more rotation in this direction, and then the next time you come back to a neutral place, hold, and then change the direction of your circles. So this releases synovial fluid in our shoulders and our hips, loosens those joints up for our practice, and just really starts to connect the breath to the movement, getting that flow, that connection. Take one more rotation in this direction. And then coming back to center, neutral spine. Look back in the space you've created with the legs. Scoot the feet where you can't see them. Durga or cat-cow. Begin to inhale, lift the heart, lift the tailbone, making a smile with your back to a place that feels good to you. And then as you exhale, tuck the tailbone, navel to spine, chin to chest. Press through your hands to round out the shoulder blades. Do that again 3 more times on your own breath. There's no rush. Take your time. Connect your breath to your movement. Inhaling as you let your belly move toward the floor. And exhaling as you round out through the spine, pulling the navel up toward the spine. One more time, just like this. And on your next inhale, you're going to come back to a neutral place. Big starfish hands pressing into the finger pads. Adho Mukha Shavasana, downward facing dog. Curl your toes under. Lift your tailbone up and back. Press your chest toward your toes. Bend your knees as much as you need to here. And then maybe walk your dog by pedaling through the feet. Check in. Big toe sides of your feet should make an 11. And just bend the knees as much as you need if the posterior chain or the backs of the legs are super tight today. Think about lifting your tailbone up and back toward the wall and ceiling behind you. Relax your head. Take another round of breath here. And on your next exhale, bend your knees quite a lot. Look forward toward your hands. Step forward to meet your hands, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lengthen. Keep the knees bent as you need to, making an L shape with the body. And exhale, forward fold. Reverse swan dive. Inhale all the way up, pressing through the heels. And then exhale your hands to heart center. And as you stand, just take a moment to settle into your standing space, rocking forward and backward on the feet. Breathe. And then just close your eyes here. Relax your shoulders down and back. And take a moment to set an intention for your practice today. On your next inhale, sweep arms up, big breath in, exaggerate the reach. Exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold, flat back, hinging into the hips. Relax your head, your shoulders at the bottom. Inhale, halfway lengthen your spine. Let your breath guide the movement. Exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive. Inhale all the way up. And exhale, hands to heart center. If you're still tight, widen the feet, put a bigger bend in the knees. We're going to do that again. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, leading with the heart, hinging into the hips. Bend your knees as much as you need. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Reverse swan dive. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, hands, heart center. One more time like this. Big breath in, reach up. Exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold, flat back. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, forward fold. In reverse swan dive, inhale all the way up. And exhale, hands to heart center. Moving into some classical sun salutations with a warrior one. So what I'd like for you to do today is go ahead and walk your feet in. So your big toes are touching, inch or two space between the heels. Inhale, reach the hands up. As you exhale, sit back into chair pose, Utkatasana. Weight of the body shifts back into the heels. You should be able to wiggle your toes here. Relax your shoulders, but create some energy up through the hands. Breathe. We're going to take one more round of breath here. And on your next exhale, forward fold. Shake out the legs if you need to. You can even walk the feet to hips distance if you need that.
Inhale, halfway lengthen your spine. Exhale your hands to the earth, step back to plank position, top of a push-up. Hands are directly under the shoulders. Relax the shoulders, relax through the thoracic spine. Feet about hips distance and press back through your heels. Pull your navel to your spine here. So on this first round, we're holding everything for 5 rounds of breath. At any point you need to, you can drop to the knees, knees behind the hips. Today I'm going to stay in a full plank position. On your next exhale, we're going to lower down, chaturanga. Elbows stay snug to the body, no butterfly wings. And inhale, scoop up, low cobra first. Shoulders down and back. Squeeze your glutes, press the tops of the feet into the floor. Exhale down, press to your knees, curl the toes under, downward facing dog. Press your chest toward your toes. Take a breath in. As you exhale, step your right foot forward, Virabhadrasana 1. Back heel turns down, inhale, rise up. Again, holding this first round for 5 full rounds of breath. So make sure the hips are square to the best of your ability. You can widen your feet here if you need to a bit. Knee in line with the hip and in the second and third toe. And then maybe take Satkara Mudra, interlacing your last 3 fingers, pointing your index finger and your thumb. Relax the shoulders down and back. Take a breath in and maybe press the heart forward just a bit, maybe looking up. But make sure you're not overarching in the back. You want to pull the pelvis forward just a bit. Breathe. On your next inhale, inhale up. Exhale your hands all the way down to the earth, rolling off the back foot. Step the right foot back to meet the left. Exhale, lower down, chaturanga. Elbows stay snug to the body, no butterfly wings. Inhale, scoop up. Maybe you take a high cobra here. Make sure you're squeezing your glutes. Make sure you're not shrugging the shoulders up around the ears. You want to roll those shoulders down and back. Exhale down. Press to your knees. Curl the toes under, downward facing dog. Take a breath in. Exhale, step the left foot forward, Virabhadrasana 1. Back heel turns down. Inhale, rise. Take your hands to the sky, or maybe Satkara Mudra. Do what feels good to you. Relax your shoulders. Pull the pelvis forward. Take a breath. Maybe press the heart forward. Make sure you're pressing down through that pinky toe side of the back foot as well. Breathe. Toes are relaxed. Jaws relaxed. One more breath here. Inhale, rise. Exhale your hands all the way down to the earth. Roll off the right foot. Step the left foot back to meet the right. Exhale, lower down with control, and inhale, scoop up. Lower high cobra, whatever serves your body today. Exhale down. Press to the knees. Curl the toes under. Downward facing dog. Take a breath in. As you exhale, step the feet forward, big toes touching, inch or two space between the heels. Inhale, halfway lengthen. Exhale your tailbone to the earth, sweep the arms up into chair pose. 5 full counts of breath here. Relaxing through the shoulders, breathe. Couple more rounds of breath, look down. Can you wiggle your toes? Can you see your toes? On your next inhale, come all the way up to standing, Shamasthiti, and exhale your hands to heart center. Your practice today. Okay, we're going to do that again, this time on a 3-count breath. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale back, Utkatasana. Chair pose. Relax your shoulders. Try to lift the arms up. If your shoulders are not feeling it today, you can bring your hands to heart center. On your next exhale, forward fold. Maybe walk the feet to hips distance if you need that. Shake out the legs. Inhale, halfway lengthen. Exhale down, plant the hands, step back, plank position. Again, 3-count breath. Really focus on keeping the shoulders relaxed. Pulling your navel up toward your spine. And on your next exhale, lower down. So a little bit of a shift forward. Elbows stay snug to the body, no butterfly wings. Inhale, scoop up. Low, high cobra, squeeze your glutes. Exhale down. Press to the knees, curl the toes under, downward facing dog. This time we're going to inhale the right foot up behind. Exhale, step through, Virabhadrasana 1. Back heel turns down. Inhale, rise. Take 3 full rounds of breath. Shoulders relaxed. Rotate the pinkies in just slightly. Feel the strength in your legs, the openness of your heart center. And on your next exhale, bring your hands to the earth. Roll off the back foot, right foot meets the left, and exhale, lower down with control. Inhale, scooping up. Find your way downward facing dog. Inhale, left foot up behind you. Exhale, stepping forward, Virabhadrasana 1, Warrior 1, back heel turns down. Inhale, rise, hands to the sky, relax your shoulders. Back foot, squeeze your thighs, breathe. One. Roll off the right foot, left foot steps back to meet the right. Exhale, lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, scoop up, shoulders down and back. Find your way downward facing dog. Take a breath, and as you exhale, step forward. Forward fold, big toes touching, heels apart. Inhale, halfway lengthen. Exhale your tailbone toward the earth, sweep the arms up. 3 count breath. 2 more breaths here. 1 more breath. And inhale all the way up to standing. Exhale, hands to heart center. Again, take a moment here to breathe. Your tongue, your shoulders. Connect to your body. Notice your heart rate, your breath rate. Now we're going to move a little quicker this time. 1 breath. Here we go. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale back, Utkatasana. 1 full round of breath. On your next exhale, forward fold. Walk your feet to hips distance if you need to. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale down, plant the hands, step back, plank position, top of a push-up. Exhale, lower down with control, elbows snug. Inhale, scoop up, shoulders down and back. Find your way downward facing dog. Inhale, right foot up. Exhale, step through, Warrior 1. Back heel turns down. Inhale to rise. 1 full round of breath. Exhale your hands to the earth. Roll off the left foot, step the right foot back to meet the left. Exhale, lower down with control. Inhale, scoop up. Find your way downward facing dog. Connect to your breath here. Inhale, left foot up behind you. Exhale, step through. Back heel turns down. Inhale, rise, Warrior 1. On your next exhale, bring your hands to the earth. Roll off the back foot, left foot steps back to meet the right, plank position. Exhale, lower down with control. Inhale, scooping up, cobra. Find your way downward facing dog. Take a breath. Exhale, step forward. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale your tailbone toward the earth, sweep the arms up. 1 breath here in Utkatasana. Inhale all the way up to standing. Exhale, hands to heart center, Shamastiki. Take a moment to breathe. Feel your breath rate, your heart rate. And just take a moment to reflect over the 5 breath, the 3 breath, or the 1 breath. Which one were you most challenged? Now from here, walk your feet to hips distance. Big breath in, reach up. Exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold, flat back, hinge into the hips. Inhale, halfway lengthen. This time we're going to stay here. Bend the knees quite a lot. Let the ribs, the belly rest on the quads. Shift the weight forward into the toes. Let gravity pull on your neck and shoulders for just a moment. And then if it feels good to you today, you can bend your elbows, wrap your hands around your elbows, let your body sway side to side. If you want a little bit more through the chest, through the shoulders, take your hands behind your back, interlace your fingers, let your fists fall forward. Slowly make a circle with your head clockwise, counterclockwise. Shake your head yes to trying new things. Shake your head no to doubt and fear.
Take a big breath in. Open your mouth side out. And then release your hands to the earth. Bend your knees, step back to plank position, and shift back to downward facing dog. We're going to take 5 rounds of breath here. You can pedal through the feet. You can rock through the hips. Do whatever feels good and right to your body. And on your last breath, a cleansing breath. Big breath in. Open your mouth, sigh. And then bring the knees to the earth, child's pose. Big toes touching, knees apart, shift back. Allow your forehead, your forearm to rest on the earth. Maybe give yourself a little rock side to side, eyebrow to eyebrow, hip to hip. I just want you to notice if anything feels different now as opposed to the way we started in child's pose. One more breath here. And then as you're ready and there's no rush, press your hands into the earth. Use your hands to walk yourself up and come into a seated position. And from here, we're going to extend the legs out in front of us. Roll your thighs in. Sit up nice and tall, lifting up through heart center. And if you need to, you can press your hands into the earth here for Dandasana or staff pose. Shoulders down and back. Flex your feet. Breathe. So we're working on strengthening the muscles that support the spine in this pose. And you might notice that the legs begin to shake a little bit, and that's normal. Jaw is relaxed, face is relaxed. One more breath here. And on your next inhale, sweep the arms up, big breath in, exaggerate the reach. As you exhale, hinge forward into the hips, pulling the heart forward about halfway to your point of tightness. Inhale, let your body rise. Exhale, maybe you pull forward a little deeper into the pose. So your exhale is your opportunity to move deeper into any of your poses. Inhale, let your body fill with air. And exhale, pulling forward. And just find that rhythm in your breath that works for you until you find your point of tightness, the place that's slight discomfort, but not so much you're rounding out through the spine, not a place where you're clenching your jaw. Breathe, shoulders relaxed. Again, pulling forward through the heart center to lengthen the spine. One more round of breath here. And then just let your body kind of collapse into this Paschimottanasana, or seated forward fold. Chin can fall to chest. Let the shoulders relax. And take your hands, press them into the earth. Pull the big toe sides of your feet back together and start to walk yourself up using your hands rather than lifting yourself up with your low back. And then when you get to the top, big breath in. Exhale, relax your shoulders. Just take a moment here to experience your body. And then as you're ready, drop your chin to your chest. Gently flutter the eyes open. Bring the soles of the feet to the earth and then scoot your hips to meet your heels. Feet about hips distance apart. So I want you to reach down, walk the feet closer to you so you can reach down and graze your heels with your fingertips as we prepare for bridge pose. Roll your shoulders under just a bit so the space between the shoulder blades is lifted from the earth. And then notice your hips. If you're pressing your hips forward toward your thighs, relax your pelvis, but not so much you're lifting your hips back toward your rib cage. Press your hands into the earth next to you, making an A position. Take a breath in. As you exhale, lift your hips to the sky. Breathe. Chin is out of chest. Navel is pulled to spine. Press up through the hips. Breathe. Squeeze your thighs in toward one another. If you feel like you need a little bit more through the chest, the shoulders, you can roll those shoulders under even more and then interlace your fingers beneath you, pressing your fists toward your heels.
When you get tired of this, and there's no rush, release your hands first, and then slowly lower down one vertebrae at a time. Let your hips be the last thing that touch the earth. Untuck your shoulders, and then from here we're going to hug the knees into the chest and give yourself a little rock side to side over the spine as that feels good to you. And now from here, place your hands in an A position and let your knees fall to the left first. Lift through your chest, turn toward your right shoulder, and maybe even turn your head to the right if that feels good to you. One more breath here. And on your next inhale, pull the knees back to center. And as you exhale, let your knees fall to the right. Lift through your chest, turn toward your left shoulder. You can look to the sky or turn your head to the left. One more breath. Inhale the legs back to center. Now from here, if you have the time, I'd like for you to extend the legs long into Shavasana or corpse pose, turning the hands palm up and taking about 5 minutes just to breathe, just to be present. If you need to follow me, go ahead and pull the knees back toward the chest, roll to the right side, and then press yourself up to a comfortable seated position, sitting up nice and tall. Tilt the tailbone back. Shrug your shoulders up to your ears, roll them down and back, turn your hands palm up, close your eyes, and take just a couple rounds of breath here. Observe your body, any changes in the tension that you started with at the beginning of the practice. We will close our practice today with our breath. As you are ready, inhale, sweep the arms up, big breath in. Exhale your hands to heart center. This breath is for your body. Inhale, sweep the arms to the sky, create space, exaggerate the reach. Exhale your hands to your heart. This breath is for your mind. Again, inhaling, sweeping the arms to the sky, creating space. Exhaling your hands to your heart, breathing for your spirit. Let's take one more breath together. Inhale, sweep the arms up, big breath in. Exhale your hands to your heart. This breath is from me to you, a breath of my gratitude and thanks for joining me on Breathe Yoga. Namaste.